Welcome to From the Drawing Board to the Search Box, a video about topic refinement, keyword isolation, and synonym creation. Okay, so let's say you have to write a research paper on a topic like tattoos. Well, what about tattoos? Sailor Jerry tattoos? Or tribal tattooing? What happens when we try to do a search for something like tattoos in a library database? Well, most of the time, we end up with a lot of unrelated results. Why do we think this might happen? Well, most of the time, it's because we actually haven't determined what we want to know about. Are we interested in tattoo cover-ups? Prison tattoos? Indigenous tattooing practices? Medical tattoos? Sailor tattoos? Tattoo aftercare? Tattoo removal lasers? Or tattooing as a form of protest? One easy way to develop your topic is to ask yourself some common questions. Questions like who, what, where, when, why, or how. These are questions journalists ask themselves every time they write a story. But let's say you don't know enough about tattooing to even begin to answer those questions. It's important that we explore our potential topic to find the answer to some of those questions before we move on. We need to find out more before we can be specific and ultimately refine our topic. A great way to do this is to consult a reference source, something like Wikipedia. Don't worry, you aren't citing Wikipedia in your paper. You're just using it to better understand your topic in order to develop your research question. The process is really simple. Just read the reference entries to find out more about a topic that you've chosen, or use the reference entry to help inspire your topic. The first example here is about medical tattooing for breast cancer survivors. The second example, and the one that's going to inspire my topic, looks at the relationship between teens, tattooing, and self-esteem. Okay, so now that we know more about our topic, we can go back and ask ourselves those earlier questions. For this topic, I'm interested in teens, where in the United States, when, now, how. I'm not very much interested in how, but I am interested in the why. Do tattoos make an impact on teen perceived self-esteem? Once we've asked ourselves these questions, we can usually phrase our topic into a topic sentence. This sentence often takes the form of a question. Do tattoos have an impact on the perceived self-esteem of contemporary American teens? Now that we have a topic sentence, we need to isolate some important keywords. But first, a little definition. Keywords are the exact words from your topic sentence that represent the most important concepts in your topic. Let's isolate some keywords. Imagine yourself circling all the words you'd need to represent your topic with no unnecessary ones. Words like tattoos, self-esteem, contemporary, American, and teens. Now that you have your keywords isolated, we need to think about what words we're actually going to put into the search boxes to find results. Remember, keywords are the original words as you phrase them in your topic sentence. Search terms are the words which you choose to put in the library database, search boxes, to search. Some words may stay the same, and some words may change. Okay, so back to our topic of tattoos. Let's start with our keyword of tattoos. It's always a good idea to take your keyword back to its root word for a search term. So that means I'm going to take tattoos to tattoo. Current is a keyword that doesn't need to be represented as a search term. We'll do this with a date limiter in the database. We'll show you how to do this in a later video. Self-esteem is going to remain the same. United States is going to remain the same. And teens is also going to go to the root of teen. Now that we have our search term, there might be some additional terms that you want to include in your search. It's a good idea to generate some additional search terms. In order to do that, think about words that might be synonyms or related words that might be broader or narrower. In this case, body art might be a synonym for tattoo, and a synonym for teen might be adolescent or young adult. Body image could be a related term for self-esteem, and American could be a related term for the United States. You should be prepared to use any or all of these additional terms as search terms in your search. We'll show you how to do that in an upcoming video. Okay, so recap. We've taken a broad topic like tattoos and refined it into a research question. We've taken that refined research question and identified keywords and search terms using synonyms and related terms. So why does all of this matter? Students often like to take a one-word topic like tattoos and jump straight into searching one search. This can land you with too few results or way too many unrelated ones, and ultimately pretty frustrated. If we take the time to refine our topic, isolate our keywords, and generate search terms and synonyms, we end up with a much better search, and a better search equals better results.